everyone, it's Dominique from Blogging My Undies, and today I have a confession. And I don't know how many other parents feel this way, but I find it incredibly awkward hanging out with the V-Man unless we're eating. I find it awkward because I like to talk, but I also like to listen. And even with babies and newborns, they always say, talk while you're pregnant, the baby can recognize your voice, and I honestly have no idea what to say. And then, every baby book says, oh, just read the newspaper out loud, talk whatever, talk to the baby, talk about the baby. And I just haven't done that, and I can't. And with the V-Man, it just, don't hate me, but it just seems kind of pointless. Because I'm not going to get a response from him. I'm lucky if I get any eye contact from him. If I said something like, oh, hey, the weather is really nice today. So, one thing that I don't like about autism is that, or at least his, is that, he doesn't speak. I would rather have, an autistic child that talked my head off. Because at least then I could have some sort of conversation and ask, how are you feeling? Why does it hurt? What did your brother or sister do to you? Or what do you want to do today? Do you want to go see a movie? Do you want to do something? And it's very rare that I have these moments where I actually have a conversation with the V-Man. Like when we sit on the bus, it's absolutely silent between us. And I just don't know what to say. And then, of course, I look like the really bad mom, because I'm on my phone usually, or I'm reading a book, and the V-Man is just happy as can be, looking out the window and looking at the cars go by and whatever. And I don't know what to say to him. And I think I have one blog post, I'll try and find it and link it down below later on. I have one experience, really positive experience, where I had a conversation with the V-Man, and for a moment, we were sleeping on the sofa because he didn't want to sleep in his room. And I think the baby was sleeping in my bed with the husband. And it was really nice. For once he was, I was talking to him on the sofa, and I said, I'm sorry I'm such a bad mom sometimes. I'm sorry that, we fight quite a bit because I don't understand what you're saying. I don't understand what you want. And because he doesn't like doing picture communication with us, he would much rather give us the object, like a glass would signify a glass of water or juice, for example. So it's quite frustrating, but then, I tried to make amends and, apologize to him that night. This was last year sometime. And it was a really deep and meaningful conversation, and at least on my part. And, for a moment, it was the autism was gone. It's kind of like a screen covering his face, and then, every now and then, the screen is gone, and I can see what he potentially could have been as a child without the autism. And it was really nice, and it was really amazing. And I think something that I need to work on, and perhaps it could be a New Year's resolution or an everyday resolution, is to just try and reach out with him and just have a conversation with him. Because there are times that I'm using my phone, I'm checking my email, my Facebook, I'm making plans with friends for us, or a play date or whatever, and he will actually push my phone away out of my hands. So then I'll look at him and ask, what would you like? What do you want to do? And he just stares at me, and it's heartbreaking, and it's frustrating as well, because he can't express what he wants, or wants, okay, obviously pushing the phone out of my hands is him expressing interest in me not using my phone. But in terms of, expressing, does he want chocolate? Does he want to go for lunch? Would he rather Chinese food? Would he rather Thai or French fries? So I find it very frustrating. If anything, that's the biggest thing that I don't like about autism. He's doing music therapy right now. But, yeah, so I'm curious, what other parents out there do. Do they just talk and talk and talk, even though you may or may not get a response of any kind? Or do you do like me and just not say much? Because it just feels weird, talking to yourself but looking at someone who may or may not even be looking at you or acknowledging your existence whatsoever. Anyway, just a little food for thought. And tomorrow's Friday, so if you have a question for me, I'm more than happy to answer it, whether it's about autism, our life in Finland, or something. Anyway, comment below, and I will try my best to respond as soon as I can. And if you're on YouTube, please subscribe. Thanks. Have a great day. Bye.